Hello there, Kaola 6th graders. Happy New Year and welcome to 2021. I'm here with a brief video tutorial on how to do your final and last project in semester 1. So Unit 5 is our last unit before we switch to semester B. And in our last unit, we are looking at 6 South American countries. And then in our semester B, we will actually be looking at some ancient civilizations from South America and then looking at the other 7 countries of South America. So our Unit 5 project is called a special project in Odysseyware. And for this project, you will be using a program called TourBuilder. So there's some written instructions that you'll use, and then this tutorial will help walk you through how to do this. So here are a few things you need to know about how to complete your Unit 5 South American TourBuilder project. So first things first, you should remember this is a required project. So in Unit 4, you had a choice between a project and a test. This time you do not. You need to do a project for Unit 5 and you need to take a test for Unit 5. So hopefully you've been following the pacing guide and you've been working on this project each week as you were supposed to be, and it shouldn't be that difficult for you to finish by the end of our unit. So that's the first thing that you need to remember, is to make sure that you do it. Second of all, you are going to put yourself on a little bit of an adventure. So most of us in 2020 were stuck at home. You may have been able to take a few vacations here and there, but probably didn't get to go as far as you'd like to have gone. And so we're going to start 2021 thinking big, and we're going to take a little vacation, a little adventure to 6 places in South America. So you need to make a list. I just did this literally on a piece of Post-it note. And I found 6 places. Actually, I have more than 6, but you need to have at least 6 that you would want to visit in the countries that we have studied: Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guyana. And you can pick a variety of different things that you might want to pick in those particular countries. So they could be cities. They could be physical features like mountains or rivers or the Amazon rainforest. They could be national parks. They could be museums. They could be historical monuments. They could be whatever kind of things you would like to see in those 6 countries or in those 6 places. Now, how do you find your places? Well, you can look in Odysseyware and the readings that we did and look for things that look like it would be neat from there. Or I put a whole bunch of different website links on your instruction paper. That's what I used. So I clicked on them and then I just wrote down on a piece of paper a bunch of places that I found that I thought looked really cool. You could also just do your own searches. Let's say you really want to see famous architecture, or you would really love to go to see some museums, or you really want to see different kinds of animals. Just do a search in those countries to find places that you could go find them. So you need to have a minimum of 6 places, and you want to write down the name of the place and the country on your piece of paper before you get started on the website. You do need to visit at least 4 of these starred countries. These are the 6 countries we learned about in this unit. All these 6 up here. These 7 countries we do in our next unit, so we're not including them. So the ones with the purple stars are the ones that you need to visit. You need to visit at least 4 of the 6. You'll see that in my example, I visited all 6 of them. That was just because I wanted to show you sort of, an example from each, but you only need to pick 4. So you need 6 places total and 4 of the 6 countries. So that means you could pick 2 in Brazil and 2 in Colombia. That would be 4. And then 1 in Venezuela and 1 in Guyana. That would be 6 places in 4 countries. Or you could do 1 in each country, which is what I ended up doing. Or you could do, 2 in Venezuela, or 3 in Venezuela, 1 in Colombia, 1 in Brazil, 1 in Guyana, 1 in Suriname. It doesn't matter, whatever your combination is, you can't do it all in 1 country or 2 countries. You need to get at least to 4 countries and have a total of 6 places. How you organize that is up to you and what you want to see. Once you have your 6 places identified, then you're going to use Google TourBuilder, and I'm going to show you, I want to walk you through that here in a minute. And for each of the locations, you are going to find at least 1 picture. I would most of mine I have 2 or 3, but you need at least 1 picture. You need to have a little bit of information about what is there. What is it that we're looking at? And then you're going to tell us briefly why you want to go there. What is it about that place that is interesting to you? And then when you're finished, you're going to follow the directions in this video tutorial, and you're going to submit your link to Odysseyware in the space where it says Unit 5 Special Project. So it'll say essay, because that's the only thing it can give you in Odysseyware. But in that space, you will put in your link, your shareable link that I'll show you how to do. You can also send it to me in an email if it makes you nervous, putting it into Odysseyware. You can do both, but you should submit it into Odysseyware, please, so that I know that you have the project completed. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little tour, and we're going to see what we can find. We're going to dream big, think that 2021 is going to give us a chance to go some really great places. Even if you don't get a good chance to go to Brazil, at least we can take a little virtual tour from our own house. So you're going to need this link. The link is in your document, and when you click on it, it's going to take you to TourBuilder, and you'll come to this page. So first thing you'll need to do is you'll need to sign in. You can sign in with your MASD student account. It's a free account. It may ask you, like to make a password or something like that, but that's, up to you. So you'll see I use my MASD student login. All right. Once you're there, you'll be ready to go. And you'll click right here where it says create a tour. And that's where you'll start to make your tour. Now, I've already started mine so that I could show you what it looks like. So mine's going to be up here. Once you've made your tour, then you'll find it up here under My Tours. And there is mine, Miss Ray-Budman's 2021 vacation. This is what I want to do for vacation, I guess. All right, so I'm going to show it to you. And this is what I have finished so far. So you'll see that my tour goes through a variety of different countries. All right. And then what I do is that's just my name of it. Put your name, please, up in the introduction. And then when I click on here, you'll see my first stop is the Copacabana beach in Brazil. I love to go to the beach, and I've always wanted to go. And so you'll see I've had 2 pictures. I have one picture of the actual beach in Rio and a picture of this really beautiful mosaic that's famous. So I wrote my information. I went online. I found just a few sentences about the Copacabana beach. It's in Rio. People play soccer there. This is the famous mosaic art that I wanted to see. And then I wrote why I want to go there. It's a goofy little song from the 1970s that my brother and I used to sing a lot. And so I love to go to the beach. So that's stop number 1. And then and I'm going to show you how to put one of these on. All right, then I go to the next one. And the next place I picked is another place in Brazil. And it's this national park. And you'll see up here, it's a big forested area. There are jaguars and cougars, and they have these little waterfalls that you can actually swim in these little natural pools. So people go there to swim in these little, rainforesty waterfalls, which looks pretty cool. The third place, I'm going to get on the plane and I'm going to fly to Colombia. And this is the city of Cartagena. And I put some information here about why I want to go there. There's this really cool, beautiful architecture with the painted buildings. They have markets. These are the Amerindian Wayu people who make these mochila baskets that I think are pretty cool. And there's the cathedral. Then I'm going to the Manaus de Cora National Park in Venezuela. I put some information here about the sand dunes. It's a pretty cool, desert along the water, which is pretty neat. I put 2 pictures of that. Then I'm heading off to Mount Roraima. I love to hike. It's a very famous plateau. It's actually that's what it looks like. It's found in 3 countries, but you hike it from the Venezuela side. So I am on the Venezuela side. And then I go to the rainforest, and I want to do a canopy walk through the Iwakirama forest. And that's the white-throated toucan that I want to be able to see. And then I head to Devil's Island, which is in French Guiana, which is a historical site. It's an old French prison on this uninhabited island, and you can see the remains of it. It's kind of creepy. I don't really know why I found this fascinating. So you'll see I have all mine in here. So yours is not going to look like this until you add it, but this is how you do it. All right. So I'm going to edit mine so I can show you what yours will look like. So yours will look like this until you're finished. All right. So let's say I've gotten all the way down and now I have my next place. And I just realized I forgot to put the country next to the name. I was supposed to do that. So I'm going to put in French Guiana. Did I spell it right? I have a hard time remembering how to spell French Guiana. I think there's an I in here, maybe like that. I'll have to look that one up and check and see if I have it right. Nope, it's not right. There we go. Okay, so now let's say I want to add my last place. Now I do have more than 6, but that's just because I was getting excited about doing this project, so I got a little overboard. You only need 6, but I want to show you how to do this. So now I'm going to click down here at the bottom where it says plus add location. Now it says this is what you'll get. So my last place that I'm going to go visit is called, and then you have to, this is where I use my little sticky note. I'm going to the Area Dawak, there we go, Ira Dawakar Mandir. Now I don't want all of this address on here. I just want the Suriname. There we go, in Suriname, okay? And then you click on drop place mark. Oops, nope, I'm sorry, you don't do that. You click on add to tour, sorry. And now you'll see it got rid of my name again. So now I'm gonna put the name of the country up here like that, okay? So now I have my last place. And if you wanna see, mine's actually in a city in Suriname. It's in the city of Paramaribo, like that. So what is this thing? So now you need to add your picture. So you just click right here where it says add photos or videos. Now you could get ones, like see some of mine were actually on my computer. If you find ones you want to save, put them on your computer. If not, you just go up here to search for images and then you're going to type in what it is you want to see. Okay, dear. Now it's a lot easier if you kind of look a little, find some information about what you're going to see before you start your TourBuilder. I will warn you, it's a little easier. So here I found some great pictures. This is I like that one. I like that. Now, as usual, you need to be careful when you do a search for an image. You got to check to make sure, look down here, that it's actually what it is you want. Now, I know it is because I've already done this as sort of a practice round. So I already know that these are actually pictures of the mandir I want. But I can also look down here and see that it's the right one. So I've picked 3. You just click select, and there they are. Now, you do not need to put in dates unless for some reason you want to tell me when you're actually taking your tour. But you can ignore that. So here's where your pictures go. If you want to end up deleting something, obviously you can delete them. Then down here is where you're going to tell us about it. So I'm going to write in here, Arya Dawakar Mandir is one of the largest Hindu temples in the world and the most famous one in South America. It was built in February of 2001. Now, how do I know this information? Because I've already looked it up. I have it written right here on my little piece of sticky note. So I had already written down a couple notes about it. I don't think it's spelled with an I, so I'm not going to change that. I'll check that, but I don't think that's correct. And then you remember you're going to write a little bit about what it is and then why you want to say it. I enjoy visiting different religious buildings. I've been to a lot of different religious buildings, and I enjoy that. I enjoy visiting in different religious buildings. And this Hindu temple looks really interesting and beautiful. Okay. Okay, that's all you do. So you write in here.